We welcome you into week 6 of the Ken Sparks Show as Carson-Newman pulls out a 45-14 triumph over the Brevard Tornadoes. Hello, I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. Ken,
6?
Already? Wow. Halfway home.
And this is almost midpoint of October.
Isn't that crazy?
2015? Almost gone. What happened to it?
I don't know.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I've always said, used to there's 7 days a week. Now there's just 4 as you get older. So it's flying, isn't it?
Well, it clearly didn't cut down on preparation for you with the 4-day prep week.
No.
A very solid performance, and especially with a bounce-back victory over after the loss to Lenore Ryan last week. All joking aside, what did it take to get back on the right track?
Well, first of all, we've got some really good people on the coaching staff. We got some good people as players and support staff, and we're just blessed to have some players that understand what they need to do, and they didn't give up, and they didn't back down. They didn't tuck their tails and say, "Poor old me." They responded like you hope that people that's in the process of building their lives into something very special, that's the way they would respond, and that's exactly how they responded. And did we play great? No. Did we play a great team? Probably Coach Hamilton would say no. But it was an opportunity, and I thought we gained a lot of ground on the opportunity. Now the proof is in the pudding. Are we going to do this? Because that's been I think that's kind of the theme in a lot of, as I talk to coaches all over the country, that's kind of the theme in today's world. If I did it one time, then somebody deserves to hand me something the next time, and come on, I deserve it. And or there's reasons why I can't give all I've got. Come on, I did that last week. Why do I have to do it again? Mm-hmm. And I think that's and that'll be our challenge this week. It's been our challenge all year, and it'll be our challenge this week. But I thought we crossed over a little bit of a barrier there Saturday because we played so many people, and we rotated 1 and 2, and we didn't back off on it when 1 and 2 wasn't getting it done like they needed to. We stayed 1 and 2 all the way through until fourth quarter, and we played some kids that really have worked their tails off that needed an opportunity to play.
Carson-Newman gets the win over Brevard 45-17. We start breaking down the first half when we come back after this on the Ken Sparks Show. Welcome back on the Ken Sparks Show. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. Eagles triumph over the Brevard Tornadoes 45-14 in week 6 of the season. Carson-Newman improves to 3-2, 2-2 in the league, while Brevard stays winless at 0-6 and 0-3 in conference play. Ken, you alluded to it earlier. Paul Hamilton, head coach of the Tornadoes. This is a program that's headed Division III, a very difficult spot, but you have to admire what Paul Hamilton does as the head coach of Brevard.
He does more with the little than most anybody I've ever seen, and he just refuses to let the circumstances dictate how he coaches, and he just keeps coaching hard, and they played hard, and so. I have a lot of respect for Paul Hamilton.
Rotate the 1s and 2s pretty much every series.
Did every series until the fourth quarter.
How does that help your team?
Well, it gives a lot of guys a chance to say, okay, let me see what I can do here, and because some of the games that we've had, with the exception maybe of Mars Hill, and it was a road game, which you only travel with 65 guys or around 65. And all 65 played, but a game like this, it gave a whole bunch of people a chance to express themselves, and so we got it on video, and now we can watch and evaluate because we're constantly I hope that it's always an open book, that we're going to play the people that are making the most effort and showing us that they want to improve. And we have a thing in the Eagle Way notebook, which we give to every kid, every player at the beginning of the fall camp, and then they keep adding things to it. Mm-hmm. But that says this is how you earn playing time. First of all, show through your effort and your attitude that you want to play. Second, develop your techniques and your skills and show us that you want to play. And then number 3, make sure that we can trust you when you do get a chance to play, that you'll do what you're coached to do. And that's the way you earn playing time. And so it's pretty laid out. And so this gives us a chance to watch their commitment to playing time and see what it looks like.
Does doing that give you an increased sense of competition?
Yes.
How evident was that on Saturday?
Well, I liked it because they were pulling for each other, and then, but down deep inside, number 2s said, we'll do as good as number 1s, and some of them did. And so I haven't seen the whole script yet, but I'm anxious to see exactly how that plays out.
Take a look at the first half highlights as Carson-Newman alternates the 1s and 2s. Plenty of touchdowns from a bunch of different people. Here are the first half highlights.
At its own 9, split backfield for the Eagles with Baker and Taylor. Janeway, the tight end, in motion to the right side of the line and a wide out each direction. Thomas takes option to the right side, pitches it to Baker, grabs it, has a seam along the right sideline. Baker outrunning defenders, 40, 45, 50, has a man to beat, cuts back to the middle of the field, 30, 35, trying to cut back again as Baker runs out of steam and gets brought down by Keon Shaw deep in Brevard territory along the left hash marks down at the 21. Oh, that'll flip field position in a hurry for Damian Baker. First and goal from the 4 for Carson-Newman, looking to dent the scoreboard 2 minutes in. Thomas takes. Give trap right side. Wimbush untouched for 6. Touchdown! Carson-Newman. Antonio Wimbush with career TD number 2. He takes the trap right around the side of the line and finds the end zone untouched to put the Eagles up 6-0 with 12:54 left in the first quarter. Uber into the game at quarterback for 1st and 10 from the Brevard 48. Suber back to pass, will heave it out to Lonnie Williams along the boundary left side, complete at the 10, and Williams makes the house call. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. One play, 53 yards, and the Eagles are in front 13-0 with 11:05 left in the first quarter. Noah Suber, his second touchdown pass of the season. Williams, his first TD reception. 6 to go for the Tornadoes from the Carson-Newman 17. Gregory back to pass, throws over the middle of the field for TJ Lett. Lett snags it in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Tornadoes. A 17-yard hookup over the middle of the field as Lett sneaks his way behind the safeties. And Brevard, for the first time this season, has put up points in a South Atlantic Conference game. 14-6. Eagles in front with 11:03 left in the second. Suber will climb under center on 1st and 20 from the right hash at the Brevard 25. Draw to Jones. Huge hole. 15-10. Cuts left. Jones to Pater. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Welcome back, Jamal Jones. Out the past few weeks with a hamstring injury, Jamal Jones takes it 25 yards up the middle on the draw to put the Eagles up 20-7 with 3:01 left in the second quarter.
Those are the first half highlights. Eagles led Brevard 21-7 at the break. How nitpicky do you get, Ken, in a game like this? A few missed opportunities here and there. How much do you focus on, say, an interception or a missed field goal?
Well, the biggest thing we concentrate on at halftime, at least me with the whole team, now offense and defense, they're nitpicking and trying to get better, make adjustments. But the biggest thing I talked about was, let's finish this doggone thing. Let's don't go out there and I think it was 21-7 at halftime, and let's don't go out here the second half and play to be content with 21-7. And so that's the biggest thing I challenged them with, and I probably did it in the wrong way, but I said, let's go when you're in a fight. you don't fight and let the guy get up and start swinging again. You finish the fight. And so that's what I was asking them to do.
The athletic director here, Alan Morgan, has a delightful little phrase, calls it "step on their throats, but do it in a very Christ-like manner." That was evident there on Saturday. Also evident, a defense that was hitting as hard, I think is about as hard as I've seen it hit since I've been here in the last 4 years.
Has some good strokes, yeah, no question.
Chief among those, Jason Cook Calhoun on a sack. Just obliterated Brevard's quarterback. What about the job that he does coming back from injury?
Well, first game he's played, and so I thought he gave a pretty good account for himself. Got tired, and I reminded him that this wasn't practice, that you don't just go tag somebody, you go tackle them. Even though his tag was a pretty, it was a pretty decisive tag, But anyway, it was good to get him on there, and then of course, we lost the one that played the first ball game, and that was Demetrius Harris, and that. So we gain one, we lose one, and of course Jordan Price didn't play because of turf toe, and so we cannot get everybody on the field. Just even the ones that are available, because there's some that's out for the year, but even the ones that are available, we can't get on the field, and so that's tough.
Carson-Newman gets the win over Brevard, 45-14. We start breaking down the second half after this here on the Ken Sparks Show. Welcome back on the Ken Sparks Show. Carson-Newman triumphs over Brevard, 45-14 in Week 6. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside the head coach of the Eagles, Ken Sparks. Ken, a game we've talked about it a lot, but played a lot of people. That's evident in the score sheet too. You have 4 different players rushed for touchdowns, plus Lonnie Williams gets his first receiving touchdown of the season. What's it like to see so many different players have that much success in a single ball game?
Well, it's fun for us because that's our goal. Our goal is to play as many people that deserves to play, and so we've always played a whole bunch of people around here, and unfortunately, without a plan like we did Saturday, coaches are pretty locked into saying, let's get a 3-touchdown lead before we play anybody else. And, and that's not the way it used to be back in 2002, when it was run game and it was played in a 25 by 10-yard box, but now, it's played in a 160 foot, 53 1/3 yards by 120 yards. And but we had played so many people, defense, we had played so many snaps. The defense had played, 100 snaps against Mars Hill, and against Lenore Ryan was on the field for 35 minutes. And so it was time for us to give them a chance to come to the sideline and watch somebody else play for a while.
Darius Morris takes advantage of an opportunity. 12 tackles.
Unbelievable.
Not too shabby. Tamoris Coates continues to
get better. 10
tackles for him. What about the job of those 2 linebackers?
Well, I was impressed, and then I saw a couple of big hits by Malik Miles. One where he turned a guy upside down, and so we're growing. We're getting better, and is our process fast enough? I'm not sure, but it's ongoing. It's not like we've given up on it and we're doing this, and so I'm excited about that part.
Eagles get the win over Brevard, 45-14. We take a look at those second half highlights.
Keeping the Tornadoes out of the end zone.
Gregory under center with McEachern behind him in the flex bone. Gregory will pitch it. Staten blocks it and hops on top of it. Sudden change goes Carson-Newman's way. Ball pretty much in the middle of the field. Snaps back. Colt is down. Wise boot on the ball, and he sends it through the uprights. 24-7, Eagles in front after Carson Wise puts a 36-yarder through. And the Eagles lead by 17 with 12:30. The Eagles can hold tight here on 4th and 2 for the Tornadoes from the Carson-Newman 28. Gregory takes, drops back to pass, sprints out to the right side. Staten dives, can't hit him. Now he's bolted down in the backfield. A big hit by Jason Williams. Williams with the sack. Back to the 40, and the Eagles force the Tornadoes off the field with the turnover on downs. The cornerback with the sack in Jason Williams. Suber takes. Option keeper up the middle. Suber hurdles the pile and will drag defenders into the end zone. Touchdown! Carson-Newman. Athleticism at its finest from Noah Suber. Craven in the gun. Drops back to pass, throws it out to the right sideline. Jumping the route, Ian Jacob, he makes the pick. Ian Jacob jumps the route to the right sideline and picks off the first pass of his senior season. 1st and 10, Carson-Newman as Jacob hit the ground. Interception. Can the Eagles capitalize and extend a 24-point lead? Thomas under center, split backs. Takes the snap, trap left side. Taylor with the hole. Taylor bouncing it out to the left sideline. Taylor 10-5. See you later. Touchdown. Carson-Newman. The Eagles spreading the TDs around today. Montavious Taylor becomes the 4th Eagle to grab a rushing touchdown. And Carson-Newman has a 37-7 advantage on Brevard with 2:21 left in the 3rd quarter.
15, 2 wide receivers to the left. Barry the lone setback behind Craven, who rolls to the left-hand side. Stops at the hash marks, is blown up by Jason Cook Calhoun in the backfield. Craven fumbles the football, but I believe it's recovered by the Tornadoes. And the freshman.
Those are the second half highlights as Carson-Newman defeats Brevard 45-14. When we return on the Ken Sparks Show, it's time for our Eagle Spotlight. And Michael Watrang will shine it on Xavier McFadden. That's when we come back after this. Back on the Ken Sparks Show, Carson-Newman gets the win over Brevard 45-14. Time now for our Eagle Spotlight. And this week, Michael Watrang puts it on Carson-Newman safety, Xavier McFadden.
Junior safety Xavier McFadden was a 3-star recruit coming out of Rock Hill High School in South Carolina. He was an all-state selection on the same team as 2014 number 1 NFL draft pick Jadeveon Clowney. After suiting up at Hutchinson Community College, McFadden had to prove he was worthy of a starting spot at Carson-Newman.
Basically, every day it was really just a grind because that secondary, like I say, there's so much talent back there in that back end. And out of anybody, really any of us can start at any given day. So I was constantly just on my grind and just wanting to compete and show coach that I deserve to be on the field.
As a quarterback in high school, McFadden has the background to be prepared against the multitude of offenses the Eagles face in the South Atlantic Conference. Defensive backs coach Aaron Hutzel believes that versatility at safety is crucial to the team's success.
Xavier brings a lot of versatility to the position. He can play man coverage, he can play down in the box, he's a good tackler. He's great on special teams. Xavier brings a lot to the table. You look at a lot of guys and, they do one thing well, they do some other things not so well. Xavier has the ability to do everything well. He's just a gifted athlete, and that's God-given. He's a good football player.
McFadden's mentality as a player, coupled with junior safety Jerry McLeese, has formed a dynamic duo in the back end for the Eagles defense. McLeese believes the two can be the best tandem in the league.
That means a lot because we're both safeties. Like, there's no free safety, strong safety. We both could play both at any given day against any given team. So that has brought a lot of depth and, a lot of ability to the safeties.
The two may already be the best in the league, but Hutzel sees McFadden's drive and desire to improve his knowledge of the playbook and the position.
What Xavier does a great job of is he comes, prepared to work hard every single day. I think it's just continuing to learn scheme. His background is more so as a corner, and just the more he gets to learn, at the safety position, I think he's only going to continue to get better. But just learning the scheme, understanding fits and run support so he can see it and diagnose it quickly, then just staying consistent with his eyes. It's trouble a lot of guys have is just seeing the right things, being in the right spots, and then finishing from that point. And Xavier does a great job of finishing. He's got good instincts, finding the ball carrier. It's just having his eyes in the right spot right from the get-go, help him make more plays.
McFadden has garnered high praise from his coaching staff, including head coach Ken Sparks, who believes that he can be one of the best to ever don the orange and blue.
It's just an honor, really, coming from Coach Sparks and knowing all the talent that he's seen, and for him to think so highly of me. It just really makes me want to just go out there and perform and just try to get better at my craft each and every chance I get once I touch that field.
The road to Mossy Creek hasn't been straight and easy for McFadden, but he is looking to back up his coach's comments with the same mindset he entered the season with: determination and focus. For the Ken Sparks Show, I'm Michael Watrang.
All right, thank you very much, Michael Watrang. Xavier McFadden, Ken.
Yes, great addition.
Yeah, keeps trending upward. We talked a couple weeks ago, you compared him to Chuck Prophet.
You're right.
That's pretty heady praise. What about the job he's done?
Well, he's done great. He's continuing to improve. He's beat up a little bit right now, but he's one of those guys that shows the rest of us, how to do it, and it raises everybody's level. And so we're really glad to have him and look forward to seeing how he's going to develop the rest of this year.
Unquestionably, your play of the day from yesterday goes to your long snapper taking a knee. Dusty Nance proposes to his girlfriend on our airwaves.
Isn't that great?
After the game. That's got to be fun, especially when a kid doing it right, doing it for the Lord, and him taking the next step in his life.
Yes, it was. And, he was real nervous and came to me and said, Coach, I'd like to, after the ball game, I said, that's fine, Dusty. I said, just come on in and we'll all go out with you. And he looked at me kind of funny, but it was, our kids really enjoyed that. Our football team enjoyed celebrating with Dusty, a very special time in his life.
Turn your attention now to homecoming, welcoming a challenging Newberry team in Todd Knight. The Wolves lost last week to Mars Hill, 17-14.
Amazing.
Again, goes back to who knows what's going to happen in the South Atlantic Conference week to week.
It's Todd. If he was sitting here with us right now, he would say, I don't understand when they're going to play hard, when they're not. I don't understand when, et cetera, because that's what all of us say. And until you get some consistency there, it makes. But it's probably been that way forever. But it just seems like it's more pronounced now. And so, of course, that's the reason the word upset is still in the vocabulary. And but we'll have our hands full. They're a big old strong football team that has got some great players, and we'll have to play hard.
Ken, blast as always. Thanks for stopping by and joining us.
Sir, thank you.
That is Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. This has been the Ken Sparks Show. Thanks for watching.